Hi guys, welcome to Xena and Jones again. Today, as requested by our sweet mate, we will be talking about technology. So we decided to do e-readers. Here's my lovely Kindle. Ta-da! Versus books. Now the thing is,
Shh! I'm trying to read here.
well, what are you reading on?
Computer.
So apparently computer is now a third option too. Because reading a book can come in many forms. And the thing is, I'm always hearing these debates about e-readers are the best. They're lightweight, they're portable, you can turn it on and off, you can't lose your page. And if you have a good one, you don't have to worry about sun glare. But that's not really a problem with books. Here you go. And that same debate can kind of be used for your computer. Most of the time, you're walking around with your computer, you're taking it with you. But there's always the one big issue that always bothers me, the battery. And the thing is, Kindle battery lasts a good month or so. Depends on how much you use it, depends if it's connected to Wi-Fi. But there's always the, oh no, my battery goes away. Also, if you have a bitchy friend who might throw it away. I don't trust you with that anymore. Okay, I'm terrified for my e-reader now. Also, one more thing that sometimes worries about me is they're expensive. If it breaks, it's hard to replace.
$200.
At least. Depends on what you get, how old it is, everything. But, as I've recently learned, what if you lose a copy of a book you have? You can replace it on an e-reader for cheaper. I love it because I get classics for free.
Or you could download them on your computer.
Or you can download them on your computer. And there's something nice about, oh, I want to read this old book. I can get it for free on my already expensive e-reader. And eventually it pays for itself. Or if you're like me, it's a gift. Woo.
Yeah, we got a gift too. We had the old version of this thing. Big ass buttons. You couldn't go to the next page. You couldn't touch the sides without turning the page, which really sucked. Which is why this version is actually much better. Smaller buttons.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know how we have the Prime and still use it.
But the thing is, there's also something to books.
You pulled that one out of all the hundreds of books we have in this dorm. You pulled the Lovecraft book.
Okay, there's a reason I pulled this book.
Because it's fat?
Yes. It's the fattest book I have for pleasure. I have textbooks, but I figured we'll talk about those another time because even on the e-reader, they're expensive. So this is the heaviest book I have in my dorm room. Actually, not the heaviest book I own, just the biggest one I brought with me to school. And the thing is, that is a disadvantage. In a few months, I'm leaving for Kenya. I have a 44-pound maximum on my luggage, meaning I can't carry around a bunch of books like this. But I also can't bring my e-reader because it's dusty as hell. They told us not to bring electronics we care about because the dust will get in them and we can't use them as much anymore.
I'll take it.
So, bitch. So I can't bring my e-reader, I can't bring my big books, but I have small books. But there is something nice about the classical just flipping through the pages, the crinkling of the pages, falling asleep with your book, or even just, what? I like sleeping with my books.
I have paperback, so that's impossible. And I imagine hardcover, it's like in your ribs. Ow!
I woke up with bruises as a small child because I would sleep with a Harry Potter book.
Oh, good for you.
But
I
yes,
had paperback. I
books,
crushed mine. Oops.
There's something nice about the sensual, is that the right word?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sensual feeling of handling a book, dealing with a book, and also the pretty covers. I don't have any of my pretty cover books with me. I left it at home. My favorite pretty cover book, which is American Gods by Neil Gaiman.
Oh, that's actually a good book.
Yeah, it's so pretty, the cover I have on it, though.
You got the Barnes & Noble version, so...
Yeah, I like the Barnes & Noble versions. They're pretty. And the thing is, on an e-reader, you don't get the pretty.
Well, you get the pretty picture, which
Now,
is something.
Actually, here's the thing. You have to get a good code of the book. You have to get a good version on the e-reader. Because otherwise, the pictures are messed up. I have a Edgar Allan Poe story in here. And there's a poem in the middle of it. And I can't read the poem because somehow the poem got messed up. It didn't cost me any money, but I still can't read the poem on here. Though at least, unlike some things, it doesn't start to rip. I didn't rip it. I promise. It's a rental. I got it this way.
Sure. That's
So,
what they all say.
Ugh.
Shut it.
So, in my opinion, e-readers and books both have their benefits. Depends on what you're doing, depends on where you're going, depends on how much you trust the people around you to be good with your technology and or your books.
She just doesn't trust anyone, so...
Yeah. But, oh yeah, one more point. Books are easier to share. You can share a book easier than you can share an e-reader. Because Do you really want to lend someone your e-reader an amount of time to take them to read a book?
You could lend it to me. I'm like Flash.
Okay, most people read slow.
That's true.
That's the end of our story. Technology versus e-readers. Bye-bye. So I just realized I ended that with technology versus e-readers. E-readers are technology. I meant books versus e-readers, though it wasn't so much a versus as I like to read, and I don't care what medium it is in. And she's laughing at me in the background, isn't she? Bye!